All right, all right. How's everybody doing? It is Eric. I am late on reviewing television shows, so here I am going live, and we're going to do two things tonight. We're briefly going to talk about House of the Dragon, episode 9, briefly, because I can cover this briefly. And then we're going to get into Andor that I watched this morning during lunch. And I liked Andor. Started off a little bit the same, but by the end, it had like a sense of humor. I don't know. I liked it. It was all colorful. He's on the beach. It's like beach Star Wars. You know, I like it. It was different than that other beach. I can't remember the name of the planet. Scarif. It's different than Scarif. Scarif was like a military installation. We had like Miami Beach in Star Wars. I liked it. All right, I see some people coming. Let's talk about Hot D, episode 9, The Green Council, real quick. Is this the worst episode? It could be because of the ending. Most of the episode was okay. They're basically hunting for Aegon because Viserys has died. And where is the king, the prince that's going to be king? Where's Aegon? And Aegon doesn't want to be king. So two groups are sent out after him. Let me back up. First, we have the Green Council, right? And so Alicent, after showing us the castle, right? The castle is all empty. The music is ominous. I like that a lot. Then we get the small council. And basically Otto's saying, hey, we had this plan all along to make sure Rhaenyra's kid doesn't take the throne. We're going to put Aegon in there. And Alicent is like, what? You've been conspiring all along? And Lord Brisberry, gets mouthy, and Sir Cole smashes his head right into the table and kills him. And basically we've got two groups searching for Aegon. And basically Otto sends the Eric twins. One's Eric and one's Erk. I don't know. Corgil is their last name, I guess. These twins really don't like each other. We're going to find out. I thought that was kind of funny. They're going after Aegon around the city trying to find him. And then that's Otto's team. And then Alicent's team is Sir Cole and her son Aegon. Right? Oh, no. Aemond. Guy with the eye patch. That's going to be trouble. And they're Team Alicent. So Team Otto, Team Alicent, and they're running around the city to try to find Aegon first. Because if they can find the young king first, they can say, hey, listen, let's don't do. Alicent wants to say, listen, let's not pick on Rhaenyra and the kids. Let's be adult about this. And Otto, if he can get to the king to be first, is going to have Aegon, kill all the contenders. So I think that's pretty good. As I'm looking at my notes here, I don't want to spend too much time on this, on the details here, because really we have when they do find Aegon, we have a little bit of a fight. I don't think anyone gets killed, but the one brother leaves the other brother behind. I thought that was kind of funny. And I liked how Aegon is basically telling Aemond that I don't want to be king. I don't want to be king. Yeah, so remember that. And I also think it's cool because a big part of this episode is Rhaenys, right? And Rhaenys and Alicent are talking. And let me check out my notes here because this is pretty important. Alicent visits... let's see here. Alicent and Rhaenys are talking because they what they did is they basically, when Viserys died, they lock all the potential troublemakers or people that can run off and send messages to Rhaenyra. They lock them in the rooms and lock them in the prison. But I know in my notes, I can't remember that. Basically, let me not roll the guide them. I think Alicent is basically saying, warns the king. Yeah, visits Rhaenys. Okay. And Alicent brings up all the stuff that is pissing off Rhaenys, trying to persuade her to join her side. And basically, she's saying, we might not rule, but we guide the men that do toward peace. And I'm thinking, that's an odd comment because we remember Daenerys Targaryen, and at the end of this episode, we're going to see Rhaenys do her best Daenerys impersonation. So Yeah, I wrote these notes at like 2 in the morning Sunday night, so I'm looking at them now and I'm going, what the hell is this? Like, look, this is what I'm trying to read. You make any sense out of that? I sure can't. Again, we got 10 people in here. I'm just going to finish this Hot D review because the ending was really dumb. I thought the ending was dumb. I read the books, but this is the first episode that sort of made me pause and go, I don't remember much of this. I think it went down differently in the book. So if you guys want to jump in the comments and let me know for people who read the book, because this one kind of stunned me a little bit. Basically, we get to the end. I'm going to throw all these notes out. They find Aegon, and I thought it was neat. He's riding in a carriage with his mom, Alicent, and he asks her, "Do you love me?" And then she calls him an imbecile. So, yeah, he really does not want to be king. And but at the end, we have all the knights. It's a pretty cool. Everyone in the city seems to come, into this big room, and the guards all put their swords up, and Aegon is walking through the swords. I think maybe he's getting pumped up and feeling more like a king. He takes the stage, and he's got that sword. I forget what it's called, but he's got the, the big sword there. Blackfire? Does he have Blackfire? Is that what that's called? I know there's another one. And he's got the crown, and the crowd seems to be responding to it. And, maybe he's going to be king. Maybe he's liking that. And all of a sudden, boom, out of the floor, this big explosion. And Rhaenys sort of escaped. No, someone was sneaking her out. Who was sneaking her out? The other brother, right? The other Cargill brother. I'm butchering this review tonight, guys. Anyway, big dragon comes out of the ground and is Rhaenys, right? So most of the show was okay. Alicent was a little soft, but they're hunting for the king-to-be. Okay, that worked. But all of a sudden, during the coronation, a big explosion of dust and this dragon crawls out of the ground. Rhaenys is riding this dragon. And this is where, basically, to cut to the chase, I've been talking for 7 minutes, the showrunners chose spectacle over storytelling. I think they strayed from the book too, from what I remember. Because to have this dragon come up through the crowd and pull another Daenerys Targaryen, killing thousands of people, and then Rhaenys is on the back with her new armor that reminded me a little bit of Rings of Power. Yeah, it wasn't good. And she has that moment of I'm a badass. That was a little, I don't know if it's woke. It's kind of I don't know. It wasn't that, but it was a little bit of a girl power moment that didn't make sense. I'm all for girl power moments that make sense, but this was one that was okay. And then how did she hold on to the dragon? How did the dragon come out? And then she killed all these people and didn't care about it. She killed a lot of people. And then the dragon, goes to the podium, and the dragon's head gets so close to Alicent and Aegon. And what does the dragon do? It could have breathed fire and killed all them, right? Killed the Greens and ended the conflict, right? Because they know they're going to fight Rhaenyra's camp, the Blacks. She could have ended the war right there. But no, the dragon just opens up and goes, "Roar," just yells at them, and then just flies away. I forget what it was. It was really dumb. If you're going to have the dragon do that, if you have the dragon, end the war right there. I don't know why she didn't end the war. I heard a theory that, she's a mother, and she's looking at Alicent as a mother. Okay, well, there's going to be a lot of mothers fighting coming up. Hate to break it to everybody. She could have ended it right there. So I think also the stupidity of the dragon coming up, and then the dragon, it should have been a scene that was powerful and scary to have a dragon head 3 feet from you. But it wasn't. I was kind of laughing at the obnoxious spectacle. So that's my take on Hot D. I will get off it before I lose some of you, because you're really here to talk about Andor. But yeah, Hot D, I think, not the best. Not the best. Next week's the season finale, and I will do a proper, timely video. That's my plan. All right, I see people here. I see Werewolf. I see Aaron Ritter Bush and Kevin Apple. Kevin Apple's talking about spectacle over substance. Yes, but let's talk about substance over spectacle. Let's go to Andor, shall we? Andor episode 7, called The Announcement. Was there an announcement in this episode? I don't think there was a single announcement in this episode. Okay. Maybe it's the announcement of the heist and then all the ripples. There's not a whole lot of ripples. I don't know. All right. So, yes, the heist, news of the heist has reached Coruscant while Andor goes home because he knows Bix is hot and we know Bix is hot. So you got to go home, right? All right. Matthew Dortana. Just in time, Matthew Dortana. You missed my Hot D take. I didn't like the ending, but you can go back and watch that. Now we're on to Andor, Matthew. The show starts up with Karn and his mom. And I am starting to enjoy Karn's mom. Apparently, Karn has a job interview with his uncle that's going to hook him up. And Karn's mom, I need to know her name. I don't know her name. I need to look it up. She bitches about how high Karn's collar is. And he said he had it altered on purpose. And she says it's too high because it says you don't believe in yourself and you're desperate for approval. She's like Sherlock Holmes. Karn's mom can look at somebody and break you down like Sherlock Holmes. She's so damn smart. Which begs the question, why the hell is she living in such a shitty apartment by herself? I don't know. Well, Karn's mom and I have something in common, I guess. Okay, so we'll cut to the Imperials. Yeah, so we meet this Imperial guy. I don't know his name. I don't care. But he said he talked to the Emperor last night. And I'm going, okay, you're a badass. Your name dropping the big guy, you talk to the Emperor, that's pretty good. And he's saying the ISB has full military resources now to hunt the rebels. He says we're all about surveillance, search, and seizure. So they're, Empire is using this, using this event to strengthen up their powers. Yeah, And and so there's a new law that they're going to pass. Public Order Sentencing Directive, or PORD, to be short. So they're dropping the hammer. They're laying it down, right? They're using this crisis for their political advantage. And we're going to see how that plays out later in the episode. And Deidre says, this is exactly what the rebels want, right? You're going to turn the vice, tighten the vice, and the rebels are going to get more support. And she's right. Deidre's right. Then the show moves to Luthen, and we go to Luthen, and he's on America Online. There's the static, he's using a dial-up connection. It was what was that? I was having flashbacks of the late 90s, getting on America Online. It was funny. And then this real shitty artificial speech generator is talking something from 20 years ago. I couldn't quite place the speech generator. If you guys know what I'm talking about, what is that from? But the little dial-up noise was hilarious. I thought that was funny. That had to be on purpose. Talk about America Online. I was addicted to that thing. I'm dating myself. Some of you are going, what the hell is America Online? I know you are. But the internet used to connect to the phone line, and it made this obnoxious sound. But when it connected, it was pleasing, that part of the sound. And yeah, you'd go in chat rooms and just chat. So you'd have to type in and chat. Now I get to talk to you guys like this. I got a microphone. You see me. Wow, technology is great. Okay, I digress. All right, then we cut to Mon Mothma coming in Luthen's shop. And she's accusing Luthen, was that you? And she didn't know about this heist. I thought she knew about the heist. And it turns out she didn't, and she's pissed off about that. Because she's saying good people are going to suffer. And Luthen's saying, listen, you can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs. He didn't say that, but that's kind of what he said. I'm paraphrasing. And I really love the scene. I love the duality. I love them pretending to talk about an artifact that she's returning because her husband, who she doesn't trust, didn't like it. And meanwhile, they're just like talking about something else. But make sure they are smiling when they're doing it. All right, so I like the scenes. The scenes are interesting. So Karn goes to his new job. I went to my new job like a week and a half ago. And he checks out his new workplace. And I really liked the large room. Like, it's such a fake room, right? But it looked really good, I thought, with all these cubicles. Like, I remember back in Attack of the Clones, when they would show, like, the clone training facility and the cloning facility. And George was trying to do something that was unusual and grand. And I appreciated the imagination, but it did not look real or convincing. Same with the Jedi Temple scenes. And then I see scenes like this in this episode. There's a bunch of them. But to see this big, crazy big workplace with a crazy amount of cubicles, and it looked so good. It's just like, oh man, it's a shame like George didn't have all this technology back then, because he could really make the environments just boom, and it looks so damn good. Because they looked really damn good. Yeah. Then we see a stormtrooper, a legit stormtrooper, and more awesome buildings, interiors, exteriors, and there's a woman in a red hood, and I wasn't sure who this was at first. I was like, I don't, but it turns out this is Clea, Luthen's assistant, and she's wearing a red hood. Way to be like, blend in with the crowd. You're wearing like a scarlet hood, looking all, ominous. It's the second time I've used ominous, huh? It's probably a better word. Yeah. Going with the Corona tonight. Okay. So she's looking how she does in her red hood. And she meets Vel. And I didn't recognize Vel. I'm like, who's this person? She's all gussied up. Vel's got makeup on, looking good, walking around Coruscant. And they say Cassian Andor, this comes from Clea. Clea is like, Cassian Andor is a loose end. And you need to kill him. I wasn't expecting that. I thought Luthen and Cassian, had some kind of bond. But no, I was very surprised by that. So Vel's going to go out and try to kill Cassian. Okay, she didn't seem too happy about that, so I don't think she's going to do it. Then we go to Cassian's planet. Cassian goes back home. I forget the name of the planet. I don't know. He goes back home to see his adopted mom, Marva, right? And B2EMO, B, his robot. And apparently all the Imperials have come home to Andor's home. And so Cassian says, hey, let's leave. Let's leave then. Mom, we got to get out of here. Let's leave. Let's leave tomorrow morning. Then the show cuts away. And we actually get a Mon Mothma dinner party. This is something I felt like I was screwed out of a couple episodes ago, but we finally get it. And there is this childhood friend of Mon Mothma. At first, I thought this guy was like a young Chancellor Valorum. But then I'm like, wait, no, Valorum would be like dead or gone or, yeah. He wouldn't be young. He'd be actually an older Chancellor Valorum. But this guy kind of reminds me of a younger Chancellor Valorum. It's not. It's a childhood friend of Mon Mothma. His name is Tay Kolma. Tay. We'll go with Tay. He's a banker. And I like the dialogue here because Mon Mothma wants to like solicit some financial aid from him, but she's being very delicate about sharing secrets. And she says, I'm going to tell you some things that only 3 people in the galaxy know. 3? Yeah. And, the Mon Mothma, me, I'm a lie. And the Empire watches me. And she explains how the Empire's watching her. So she's on to things. And she's like, I keep being an irritation because they would overlook what I'm really doing. If I'm just staying in irritation, that's good. And she needs money. And I just like how she was talking with Tay, because Tay expressed his frustration with the Empire. The scene starts off with him saying, if you need my help, if you're going to tell me secrets, I don't think you should trust me because my beliefs don't quite jive with all these politicians around here. And then she goes, well, she goes into her spiel that, yeah, my beliefs don't quite jive either. I'm a lie. So I really like that. Really good dialogue, really cool. And I like how Mon Mothma says, and listen, whatever you do, don't tell my husband what I'm telling you because you can't trust him. That's pretty cool. I like the Mon Mothma character. I like her. All right, and so Kaz is going to visit Bix because you got to visit Bix. You can't leave a lady like Bix all alone on some planet with a name that I forgot for the review. And Bix is like, go away. People will turn you in. They're all blaming you for the Empire here. And I like how Cassian said, your crazy boyfriend tries to get me killed and I'm the villain. I thought that was kind of funny at the time. I wrote it down. It doesn't seem as funny now, but at the time I wrote it down. So he pays his debts and he leaves Bix. So he's not like, Bix, come with me, get out of here. He doesn't say that. He just leaves. So I don't know. I thought that was strange. Hopefully we see more Bix. Because that upset me to leave Bix on the planet that I can't remember right now. So as Cassian Andor is leaving, he hears marching. And that gives him, like, there's stormtroopers marching in town. And he has like a flashback, right, of these clone troopers. And here's another thing that I thought this was better than the prequels. We have a flashback of these clone troopers marching in town. And Cassian is younger. Yeah, he's younger. And they look really good. Like, I don't think are they computer generated? Because when George Lucas did the prequels, he had like a thing. He said, we're not going to make one single clone trooper suit. All the clone troopers have to be computer generated. He was just, stubborn and wanted to, like, we're going to do it digitally. And he did. And, in Attack of the Clones, they look okay. They look better in Revenge of the Sith. Cody looks better. But, there's nothing like the real thing, And I swear, these clone troopers that we see marching through the town in the flashback look really good. And someone throws a rock at the clone troopers, and then his friend that was trying to break up, the disturbance and trying to break up the people harassing the clone troopers, he gets caught in the middle of the street, and the clones turn around. They think he's the guy that threw the rock, and then it's just like, I don't know. I don't know if the officer said fire or not. We didn't see his friend get wiped out, but the friend that's trying to de-escalate things got wiped out. I'm pretty much sure about that. No good deed goes unpunished. So don't stop your friends from throwing rocks at stormtroopers. Just get the hell out of there. Lesson learned. All right. Then we cut back to Marva and Cassian Andor. And Marva is not going to leave. And I liked how B was trying to tell Cassian when Cassian walked back into his mom's house. B's trying to tell him, hey, your mom's not leaving. And she goes, be quiet. I thought that was clever. Be quiet. So this episode had a little bit of a sense of humor. There's more. Apparently Marva wants to join the rebellion because of this heist. But she doesn't know that Andor is the guy that basically pulled off the heist. So Andor is basically like, I'm the reason my mom isn't coming with me now because she wants to join the rebellion. I thought that was kind of interesting how that, he created his own situation there. And he doesn't tell Marva that, hey, I'm the guy that did the heist. I'm the man. You might as well come with me. I did it. He doesn't say it, I don't think. And Marva, interestingly enough, says, stop searching for your sister. And I was like in my notes, oh, that's right. We started this show with him searching for his sister, and I completely forgot Andor had a sister and that Andor was looking for a sister. So, thanks for reminding me, show. I think he forgot looking for his sister because in the next few scenes, he's like having a sexy time with like some, strange ladies in the Star Wars Miami Beach. So I think Andor was fine. All right. Then the episode cuts to Major Partagaz. And Blevin, one of the officers, it's being a prick, wants to file a grievance against Deidre for searching through Imperial files. And Deidre says, well, basically, yeah, I did that because I can. And if I can, the rebels can. And I can prove, by the way, the rebels are very active here, and you're all missing it. And Partagaz finally sides with Deidre and assigns her the Morlana sector, right? Oh, that's the sector, right? Morlana sector? Yeah, okay. Wait, no, that's the other sector. That's the sector with the strip bar, and then there's... okay, it's not important. Partagaz says, Deidre, walk with me, and then he says, well played, but watch your back. So Partagaz, okay. He's not a complete idiot. I thought he was a complete idiot. Make sure my wires are plugged in here so you can hear me. All right. I see you guys here writing comments. That's good. I will get to your comments. I will get to them. All right. Now here is where the episode took, I thought, a very interesting turn. Because we get like Daft Punk music. And I love Daft Punk. Really do. So we get like Daft Punk music. And then we get like this title for this planet. Niomos. I don't know. Niomos. And it looks gorgeous. It's like a beach world. It looks like Miami Beach. It's awesome. And apparently Andor is on vacation. And like I said, there's a hot chick in bed calling out not his name, but a fake name, Keith. And, the chick is hot, but I got to tell you, and, we've all been there, hot chick, but, kind of annoying. So, right away, a little bit annoying. Might have to do something about that. We've all been there. We've all been there. Who's here? I'm trying to think who we've all been there with. I don't know. I don't want to name names. David Bourget. David Bourget knows what I'm talking about. He knows what I'm talking about. All right, anyway. All right, so yeah, the hot chick is kind of annoying. So Cassian Andor actually leaves the room. It's a good call. Get out of there. And we get a glorious shot of a new alien, right? I haven't seen this guy before. I'm going to call him the potato alien because his head looked like a potato. And I know because I eat a lot of sweet potatoes. I know that head looked like an alien. And I liked him. And he's on the beach. Super cool environment. We see some probe droids going by. So that sets up that, yeah, there's stormtroopers, shore troopers, like we saw in Scarif. And one shore trooper is very nosy about Andor. And it's kind of funny. It reminded me of the Taika Waititi. I don't know if he directed that Mandalorian episode with the two biker scouts talking and smacking Baby Yoda. But this kind of reminded me. So Andor got a little quirky. I liked it. A little goofy. And so this shore trooper is just really being nosy. Has stopped Andor and is questioning him in a very unreasonable way. So this is an unreasonable seizure. Is it a search? Not yet. It will be, but a stop. And he's asking Andor, are you part of it? And Andor's like, part of what? And he keeps asking him. And he goes, I'm just here on vacation. I'm a tourist. And the trooper will not let him go. And from the beach comes not K2SO, but a KX unit, so the same type of robot. He comes out of the beach and he's like dragging two people. The stormtroopers are just rounding up people and prosecuting them, as we're gonna see. And so the shore trooper has to chase somebody else. So he tells the KX unit, hang on to this one. And so the droid just grabs Andor and lifts him up because he's hanging on to this one, literally, and pushes him against the wall. And Andor's like saying, I don't think he meant that literally. I think he meant just watch me. And then we cut to Andor being in court. He's Keith Gergo is his name. And there's like an imperial judge. And he is being charged with anti-imperial conduct and comments. And he's like, I didn't do any of this. I'm walking on a beach. I'm just a tourist. And he gets found guilty and gets sentenced to 6 years. And he keeps saying, I didn't do anything. And the judge says, take it up with the emperor. Liked it. Some humor, some craziness. They had fun with the end of this episode. And then the episode ends with Karn in his cubicle and more Daft Punk music. So I gotta tell you, I kind of enjoyed this Andor with the goofy sense of humor. Um, there wasn't really any action, right? No shooting. Yeah, I didn't need it. I kind of liked what was going on here. So there you go. Both Hot D had a ending that was a little obnoxious and strayed from the book. And Andor got, I liked it. I liked it. I think Andor is interesting, and I keep wanting to see more. I feel like it is building. So as long as it keeps building, and yeah, I'm down. I want to see more Mon Mothma, Luthen, Andor, even Deidre. Deidre has my interest. All right, we got a lot of comments to get to, and I appreciate the support because, my schedule. Kevin Apple's in the comments, and so Kevin Apple has this Halloween party this week, and we have a little band that we put together, and the band practice is like Sunday night, right when Hot D is on. So that's been screwing up my Hot D. So the party is this week. I will watch Hot D on time, and I will get the Hot D finale out timely. So I appreciate everybody sticking with me when I got real life things going on. Let's get to these comments. Werewolf. I liked Werewolf by Night, Werewolf. Oh, let's put your comment on the screen. Werewolf, it sounds like you are the dungeon master of a game I jumped in the middle of. Well, I'll take that as a comment, as a compliment. I'm all fired up tonight. Got 2 shows to talk about. You want to go nerdy? You want to talk D&D with me? We can do it. To me, I sound a little congested because I still am. But thank you for stopping by, Werewolf. Stop by again. Aaron Ritter Bush, thanks for making crap good. Thank you. I try. We have no Han Zoro today. You can see the hat. There's the Han Zoro hat. And I figured like an hour of Han Zoro. You guys aren't ready for that yet. That would be a lot of Han Zoro. So we'll hold off, but I thought about it. We'll just go with normal Eric tonight. And you're welcome. All right, Kevin Apple, I hear complaints they went for spectacle over substance with that ending. Yes, they did. They did. Kevin Apple, is it going season 8? Is it going season 8? Kevin, I don't know what you're talking about. Is it going season 8? Episode 8? I don't know. Is it going? Oh, no. Is it going season 8 of Game of Thrones? A little bit. Like it echoed. Yeah, a little bit. I was, what Rhaenys did with the dragon was sort of like what Daenerys did with the dragon. Start wiping out civilians that had nothing to do with anything. It was weird. Yeah, I mean, Daenerys had the anger to do what she did. She lost her friend. I get that. But Rhaenys just, it wasn't good. The more I think about it, it was really bad. I wish they would just cut off or cut that out. They didn't need it. Just have the coronation and end it. It was like, hey, how do we get a dragon in this episode? Wouldn't it be cool if it just came out through the floor? And not good. Okay, let's move on. David Bourget. Yeah, the dragon bluff was dumb. Yeah, it really was. And the last week's episode was so good. Like, and this one was, Matthew Dortana, Eric, what's good? Andor, I liked Andor, and I'm hoping the finale of House of the Dragon is better than last Sunday's. So, Matthew Dortana, no. Yeah, I did. Lions Mania in the house. Wow, what a good show. Lions Mania, you're liking the Andor. Are you talking about my show? Lions Mania, I'm hoping it stays good, though, through the whole thing. We deserve a good show from them. Maybe you talking about Andor? Andor, I hope Andor, and I hope that House of the Dragon ends well this week, because I had a hiccup. Andor seems to be a decent production. Where was that effort on Kenobi? See, that's the thing, guys. I'm watching Andor, and I'm like, like you're, as far as a plot, you're just watching these people kind of go about their lives, and yeah, it's the early stages of maybe the early stages of the Empire and the Rebels, actually. So I'm like a fly on the wall, and I'm kind of enjoying watching all this because it is done with reverence and respect to the source material. It is the Lucas stuff, so I enjoy it. But yeah, I mean, why couldn't we have these beautiful cities and buildings and places, outdoor environments in Kenobi with a movie star like Ewan McGregor? And instead, Kenobi felt so small and so cheap. It felt cheaper than The Mandalorian. It was like on Boba Fett level or worse, probably. It's just Boba Fett and Kenobi looked so cheap. I mean, was it because of the pandemic? Is it because they had to like film it in a room with like 3 people and everyone had to wear masks? I don't know, but Andor just looks so much better than anything Lucasfilm has done. I mean, yeah, it looks great. Reindeer Project, great acting, strong dialogue, but I don't feel the force, just domestic angst. Love the, oh yeah, X2, the goggles X. I don't know what that means. Love the goggles X2? I don't know what you mean. Explain Reindeer Project. You stumped me. But yeah, great acting, strong dialogue. The Force really isn't a part of it yet. Who knows? I think part of watching Andor, like it would be kind of cool, like if somebody like Darth Vader. I joked about Darth Vader showing up at one of these dinner parties, kind of like he did on Bespin, but I'm making up my own fun story. But it would be like shocking and kind of cool to like if they would treat Vader seriously and not like a clown show on Obi-Wan, but to have like a serious Vader in a shot or something, it would have an impact. And they've referenced the Emperor. That would be interesting. Maybe from afar, because they were saying that the Emperor was going to address the Senate. And I'm like, well, how are they going to do that? They're not going to show it, right? Or are they? So they've got me intrigued. Yeah, I don't know. If they do it right. All right, Lions Mania. There was no effort on Kenobi, Kevin. It was absolutely a disgrace. Yeah, it was really bad. Yeah, I covered it fully. And yeah, it was really, really bad. Reindeer Project, THX1138 vibes. Anyone else feeling it? Oh, yeah, definitely that Reindeer Project. Yeah, now that you mentioned that, I get it. I know what you're saying. Just like people going about their day, their business, but there's maybe some scheming going on. Yeah, like people going to work and supervisors in boring places. THX1138 is really good. I really do like the special edition. I don't own it. I need to get it. Is it on 4K yet? Is it on Disney Plus? I don't know, but yeah, I enjoy that. Great performances in that movie as well. Let's see here. Milo, Andor's world building is some of the best I've seen in Star Wars. I think a lot of this is it taking itself more seriously than other Star Wars production, with the possible exception of Rogue One. Yeah, completely agree, Milo. Yeah, I liked Rogue One a lot. I really did. Even, yeah, I liked it really a lot. I loved it. I was liking the whole movie. And then, yeah, that's a case too. Like, I liked the characters. I thought there was a lot of imagination there, and the cool robot, K2SO, and the creatures, and all of them. And then at the end, they like just throw in Darth Vader and right out of a horror movie, which was like just okay. Now the whole thing was great. I loved it, and Andor's definitely got that same tone. And yeah, why they couldn't do that with Obi-Wan or Boba Fett blows me away. I don't get it. Mr. Morty. Hi, Eric. Hi, Mr. Morty. Kevin, AOL on dial-up. Wow, you really are old. I am old. Dirt? I'm older than dirt. That's okay. Kevin, he dies at the end. He does. He does. Reindeer Project. Total chance V feels great. Call double E. Reindeer, you're tricking me tonight. Total chance 5 feels great. Call double E. You're tricking me with these comments, Reindeer. You're so cryptic tonight. I can't figure you out. Mr. Morty, very humble guy. Who are we talking about? Who are we talking about? You guys are tricking me. Lions Mania. I'm hoping they don't F it up with this show. They got something good finally since Mandalorian, of course. Yeah. And I think what someone explained to me, that we're getting 2 seasons of Andor, right? So, yeah, that's a lot of Andor. I guess K2SO maybe shows up in the 2nd season. I don't know. Reindeer Project, I've been there. See, now I know. Okay, now I know what you're talking about. You've been there. You understand. I do know what you're referencing there. All right, we're back. We're back on Reindeer Project. I'm with you. Kevin Apple, Potato Alien, like Sontaran. Is that a Doctor Who reference? Is that what you're throwing at me? Mr. Morty, Andor should have dropped season 1 all at once, or half at first and the second half a month later. Yeah, it's a good idea, Mr. Morty. Good call on that. Yeah, this week-to-week stuff, I don't know. But yeah, now I can enjoy it because the past whatever weeks I had to deal with Rings of Power and She-Hulk. What was She-Hulk Day? Andor, then She-Hulk, then Rings of Power. That's a lot. That's a lot to deal with. Now I can just focus on my Andor, and yeah, after this Sunday, it's just Andor for a while until I check out Black Panther. Oh wait, Black Adam is out. Do you guys want me to review Black Adam? Do we care about Black Adam? I guess I'll see it. I guess I'll see it. Kevin Apple, LOL, at 2 times we practiced. Yeah, well, that's 2 times that I didn't get to review the Hot D on time. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Luke's television reviews, Lucas Geist. Check out Lucas's channel. Do you think that Cyril Karn, that's right, will take on the rebel spy alias of Alexander Callis? That is my current theory about him. I don't see why not. Huh. I don't know though. Do you think he's with the rebels? That's interesting. I got to think about that. That's interesting. I can't argue against it, Lucas. So yeah, interesting. D. Carey. I felt nothing watching Andor. Got a good 5-minute snooze in there. 5 minutes? It's like a 47-minute snooze. If you're not into it, I like the beach part. The beach part, yeah, picked it up for me. I agree with, like, the whole beginning was kind of what we've seen before, just more progression. But things got kind of fun when he hit the beach. You know, but not, he's in jail though now, so no more beach for Andor. But he's going to be hating the Imperials again because they probably took his, did they take his money? Take his girl, take his money. Man's just trying to walk on a beach. He's got to fight the Imperials again. Mr. Morty, the hand and the foot. I don't know. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Oh, WG in the house. Not a fan of the music in Andor. It's like a generic BBC drama soundtrack. Well, you are right about that. It really is. It is like the Sherlock music, right? I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah. Oh, now you ruined it for me, WG. I was digging it. Ah. Oh, that's okay. I'll forgive you. That's true. It wasn't like I said Daft Punk, but it is more BBC generic drama music. Yeah. Oh, crap. All right. You're right. Reindeer Project. Deidre is totally intriguing. More her and Bix, please. LOL. Also, Imperial Gabe from The Office is boring. I do not care about his arc any longer. Also, great show, Double E. You are owning this. Ah, well, thank you. Thank you, Reindeer Project. Thank you. Deidre is intriguing. I want to see more Deidre. I have like a little thumbnail I haven't used. I went with my K2SO tonight and my Rhaenys Targaryen in my thumbnail, but I got a Deidre shot ready to go. But I think we're going to get more Deidre in the future. I want to hold off before I use it. All right, Lions Mania. The cinematography in this show is very good. Yeah, it's really good. I watched it on my iPad, and I'm still like saying, this looks great. I got to get it on the big TV right here. My 70-something inch TV is like right here on the floor. I haven't really got a stand for it. And I sit like 4 feet, about 4 feet away from it. So it gets a little hot, but I need to like have it all in my face. So anyway. Reindeer Project at Lions Mania. Go Lions, but I am a 12, so I need you to beat the right teams. Get on that for us. Thanks, and go Lions. That's right. Go. I don't know how the Lions are doing this year. I know like the Steelers tied them. Was it last year? Was that the tie? Kevin Apple. Yes, Sontaran was in Doctor Who. See, all right. You guys are throwing things at me, and sometimes I get it. I got my Doctor Who costume in this closet right here. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe I'll throw it on this weekend, and I don't know what I'm going to be for Kevin's Halloween party. Top Gun. I'm Wolfman. I got a Wolfman jumpsuit for Top Gun because I thought Wolfman Halloween. But then I got the Tom Baker Doctor Who getup with the scarf and everything. So WG, I just saw this. Whoa, WG dropping money. Let's see here. Oh my gosh, WG. I got to put you up there when you're dropping Presidente Grant like that. Han Zoro appreciates the Presidente Grant. The little paper with Grant on it. Very much appreciate. Who cares if Andor's music is good or not when you have money for a pizza? Am I right? That's right. Well, $50 will buy, well, it doesn't buy all the pizzas it used to, but I could get a couple good pizzas for $50. So thank you. Thank you, WG. And I know WG, it breaks my heart because I watch Friday Night Tights, and it's something I would like to go down to their event in Orlando. I was just in Orlando for Halloween Horror Nights, and I know they're going down like soon, right? It's the 19th, so it's soon. It's something I really wanted to go to meet them. I know you're going to meet people like you. I thought it'd be a lot of fun, probably next year, just because I started this new job, and I can't say, hey, I start a new job, and by the way, I need to take time off, and yeah, otherwise I'd probably be down there. So someday we got to meet up at a Friday Night Tights event. That'd be fun. And thank you very much. The 50 is appreciated. Very much appreciated. Let's see here. Lions Mania, sure. I really don't CRE for it. Oh, care for it. Luke's television reviews. Well, Callus started out with a heavy Imperial allegiance, but got jaded. Okay. Yeah, again, Luke, you got me. I'm not going to... I think I'm going to get off here and do some research and go on Wikipedia and yeah, I could be onto something. Yeah. All right. I'm going to investigate that. I like it. I like it. And everybody go check out Luke's television review. You know, us small YouTubers, we need all the support we can get because YouTube ain't really helping us anymore. But I don't care. Because I want to talk to people about this stuff. It doesn't matter. You guys are here, and I want to talk to you. Kevin Apple, are you going to watch or review Jodie Die? What the hell is Jodie Die, Kevin Apple? Oh, Jodie Whittaker, the Doctor Who. Yeah, I want to do that. So when is it happening, and how do I watch it? So I have BritBox on my Amazon. That's how I watch my Tom Baker Doctor Who. And then HBO Max has more of the modern Doctor Who's. But I didn't see like the BritBox giving me, I wasn't complaining, but giving me the Jodie Whittaker stuff timely. So I need to know where I can watch it. I don't know. But yeah. Yeah. Kevin Apple, is that the same WG that is often on Neurotics Chat? Yes, it is. I believe it is. How many WGs can there be out there? There's one and one. There can only be one, as Adrian Paul told me once. And we have WG. He is the one. Lions Mania. They are not playing good this year. Oh, the Lions, yeah. WG, yep, no worries, man. Next year, a bust. I'm serious. I'd totally be there if it wasn't for the new gig, and the new gig's pretty good, so I got to stick with the new gig for a while. But yeah, totally, because I love Universal Studios. Halloween Horror Nights, definitely. I don't know if you're from Florida, you're traveling to get down there, but Halloween Horror Nights is a lot of fun. And as far as haunted houses go, there is one. If you walk into the park, you got to walk all the way down the first main street. There is past Jimmy Fallon's terrible ride. Jimmy Fallon's got this terrible movie. It'll be on your left. Keep going to the end of the street, and there is a haunted house that has something to do with like being in a shipping town, like a not a pirate town, but it's like, you know, people like shipping boats and fishing boats. A fisherman's town, a wharf, or whatever the hell you call it. I can't think of it right now. So look at the screen, and whatever one sounds like that, or ask somebody. That's the haunted house you need to go to, the shipping village, because it's absolutely stunning. It blows the other haunted houses away. It was one of the best they've ever done, actually. Yeah, it was really good. Kevin Apple, count me in for FNT meetup. I just missed them when I went to Vegas. Yeah, it'd be so much fun. No, I love Friday Night Tights. Yeah, it's a good time. Like-minded people. We're all struggling through this shitty TV and shitty movies, waiting for it to change. We all would love to talk about something good. Well, I mean, you know, Hot D is pretty good, and Andor is interesting. Again, I'm not going to, you know, I want to see more of it. It's interesting. The thing I liked was Werewolf by Night. I can say I liked it a lot. So, and it came from Marvel. Our friends at Marvel. It came from the Kevin the robot. So there you go. Mr. Morty, what's your Dig Dug high score? Oh, geez. I haven't played Dig Dug in a while. I love Dig Dug. I don't know. I have to get back to you on that. I don't know if it's any good. But I'm decent at Dig Dug. I'll get back to you on that, Mr. Morty. Yeah. Leave a new comment and I can find that out for you. All right, and that's it. Mr. Morty just wants to know my high score. So I can find that out. If anybody else has any more comments, let me know. Let me see if I can find out that high score. Is this something easy I can do? Probably not. No, don't want to do that. I forget how to do this. No, I'm going to go back. No. Oh, Mr. Morty, I can't remember how to make it go back. That's a pisser. I'm going to have to get back to you, Mr. Morty. I can't. I got to hold down one of the buttons, right? On arcade 1-ups, it's so stupid, like the player 1 button or player 2 button to go back to the menu. I forget which one it is. So I'll have to get back to you. WG, yep, no worries, man. Next year bust. Oh, we covered that. Oh, count me in for Friday Night Tights. All right, we got the Dig Dug, WG. And Mr. Morty says, no worries. All right, I'll get back to you. If you leave a new comment and give me like an hour to figure that out, and I'll get back to you. All right, we covered it. 53 minutes. I think we covered both shows, and I'm going to see Black Adam for you guys. And no Rings of Power. Yeah. No She-Hulk. Yes. Oh, my God. This is going to be the best Thursday and Friday I've had in a long time. All right. Everybody have a good night. Have a good day tomorrow. And I'll see you soon. And as always, I will see you on the new. I see you there, WG. I see you. All right. Everybody have a great night. Thanks for stopping by.